He Lion, Brer Bear, and Brer Rabbit. Say that lion would get up each and every morning, stretch and walk around. He'd roar, me and myself, like that. Scare all the little animals so they were afraid to come outside in the sunshine, afraid to go hunting or fishing or whatever little animals wanted to do. What are we going to do about it? They asked one another. Squirrel leaping from branch to branch, just scared. Possum playing dead, couldn't hardly move. He Lion just went on sticking out his chest and roaring, me and myself, me and myself. The little animals held a sit-down talk, and one by one, and two by two, and all by all, they decided to go see Brer Bear and Brer Rabbit, for they know that Brer Bear had been around, and Brer Rabbit says he has too. So they went to Brer Bear and Brer Rabbit, and they said, we're having some trouble. Old He Lion, him scaring everybody, roaring every morning and all day, me and myself, like that. Why He Lion want to do that? Brer Bear said. Is that all He Lion have to say? Brer Rabbit asked. We don't know about that, but that's all He Lion can tell us, and we didn't ask him to tell us that, said the little animals. And him scaring the children with it, and we wish him to stop it. Well, I'll go talk to him. I'll go see him, talk to him. I've known He Lion a long time. Brer Bear said. I'll go with you, said Brer Rabbit. I've known He Lion most long as you. That bear and that rabbit went off through the forest. They kept hearing something, mumble, mumble. Couldn't make it out. They got farther in the forest, and they heard it plain now. Me and myself, me and myself. Well, 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 said Brer Bear. He wasn't scared. He had been around the forest, seen a lot. My, said Brer Rabbit. He'd seen enough to know not to be afraid of an old He Lion. Now, old He Lions could be dangerous, but you had to know how to handle them. The bear and the rabbit climbed up and up on the cliff where He Lion had his lair. They found him, kept their distance, he watching them and they watching him, everybody acting cordial. Cordial means that they were being nice to each other. Here, tell you scaring everybody, all little animals with your roaring all the time, Brer Rabbit said. I roars when I pleases, He Lion said. Well, Mike, could you leave off the noise first thing in the morning so that the little animals can get what they want to eat and drink, said Brer Bear. Listen, said He Lion, then he roared, me and myself, me and myself. Nobody tells me what not to do, he said. I'm the king of the forest, me and myself. Better let me tell you something, Brer Rabbit said, for I've seen man, and I know him the real king of the forest. He Lion was quiet a while. He looked straight through that scrawny little rabbit like he was nothing at all. He looked at Brer Bear and figured he'd talk to him. You, Bear, you've been around, He Lion said. That's true, said old Bear. I've been around everywhere. I've been around this whole forest. Then you must know something, He Lion said. I know lots, Brer Bear said, slow and quiet like. Tell me what you know about man, He Lion said. You think him the king of the forest? Well, now I'll tell you, said Brer Bear. I've been around, but I haven't ever come across man that I know of. Couldn't tell you nothing about him. So He Lion had to turn back to Brer Rabbit. He didn't want to, but he had to. So what? He said to that little scrawny hare. Well, you got to come down from there if you want to see man, Brer Rabbit said. Come down from there and I'll show you him. He Lion thought a minute, an hour, a whole day, and then the next day he came on down. He roared just once, me and myself, me and myself. Now, he said, come show me man. So they set out, He Lion, Brer Bear, and Brer Rabbit. They go along, ranging in the forest. Pretty soon they came upon a clearing, and playing in it was a little fellow about 9 years old. Is that man? Asked He Lion. Why, no, that one is called Wilby. But it sure is not man, said Brer Rabbit. So they went along, and pretty soon they came upon a shade tree, and sleeping under it was an olden fellow, about 90 years olden. There must lie man, spoke He Lion. I knew him wasn't going to be much. That's not man, said Brer Rabbit. That fellow was once. You'll know it when you see man. So they went along. He Lion was getting tired of strolling, so he roars, me and myself, me and myself. Upsets Bear so that Bear doubles over and runs up and climbs up a tree. Come down from there, Brer Rabbit telling him. So after a while Bear comes down and keeps his distance from He Lion anyhow. And then he set out some more, going quietly and slow, and in a little while they came to a road. And coming down the road, Brer Rabbit sees Man coming. Man about 21 years old, big and strong, with a big gun over his shoulder. "There," Brer Rabbit says. "See there, He Lion? There's Man. You better go meet him." "I will," says He Lion, and he sticks out his chest and he roars, "Me and myself, me and myself." All the way to Man he's roaring proud, "Me and myself, me and myself." "Come on, Brer Bear, let's go," Brer Rabbit says. "What for?" Brer Bear wants to know. "You better hurry up, you better come on." And Brer Rabbit takes a hold of Brer Bear and half drags him to a thicket, and there he making the bear hide with him. For here comes Man. He sees Old Lion real good now. He drops to one knee and he takes aim with his big old gun. Old He Lion is roaring his head off. "Me and myself, me and myself." The big gun goes off. Paloom! The lion falls back hard on his tail. The gun goes off again. Paloom! He Lion is flying through the air. He lands in a thicket. "Well, did you see Man?" asked Brer Bear. "I seen him," said He Lion. "Man spoken to me unkind, and he got a great long stick and he keep it on his shoulder, and then Man taking that stick down and him speaking real mean, thundering at me, lightning coming from that stick, awful bad, made me sick. I had to turn around, and Man pointing that stick at me and thundering at me some more, so I come in here. 'Cause it's like him, he throwed some stickers at me each time, like thunder too." "So you met Man, you know exactly what kind of him he is," said Brer Rabbit. "I surely do that. I surely do know that," He Lion said back. A while after He Lion met Man, things were some better in the forest. Brer Bear knew what Man looked like, so he could keep out of his way. That rabbit always did know how to keep out of Man's way. The little animals could go out in the morning because He Lion was more peaceable. He didn't walk around roaring at the top of his voice all the time, and when He Lion did lift his voice of his, it was like "Me, myself, and Man, me, myself, and Man," like that. Wasn't too loud at all. Now go back and write in here after this first read. Answer all the questions that are on the side, like this and here, and then go on to the next story.